Next out of the box is Wool Pop. Wool Pop is 50% bamboo, 35% superwash, and 15% polyamide. It is nice and soft. It's about a DK weight, and the recommended needle size would be about a US 6. Recommended hook size is about a US G. So if we were to think about what this yarn would become, it could become a wonderful top. It could be an accessory. And I did make myself an accessory finally. I made a pair of mitts for myself. I put a label on them so I would remember what they were. Using Wool Pop. It has nice stitch definition. If you look at the actual stitches, you can see them. There's my little cable crosses. And the yarn itself took the dye a little differently. So it's actually a very pale blue and very closely related to the darker blue in this particular skein. I also have a skein of red, and in the red, the color is more monotone. But with the blue, the dye was taken up by the different fibers a little bit differently, and it gives us this fabulous marled look. And I just like the marled look. Now, what I did was I labeled them so I remember which is which. Yes. I washed this one quite a few times. Happy to report it did not shrink. And this is the one I didn't wash. I blocked them both. But see? The two side by side? The color stays. Still have good stitch definition. They still feel like they're the same size. They look to be the same size. And even though this one has been washed several times, it doesn't feel any different than the one that I only steam blocked to dry. So I'm very happy about that. So let me show you a picture of what this fabulous yarn looks like that was taken for my book, which is where the actual pair of mitts first appeared. Here we go. They are the Delaware River mitts. And this is Ellen being photographed by Gail Zucker. We did these photos down by the beach in Connecticut. It was really a fun day. So this particular pair went to the person who test knit them. And this is my duplicate pair, and I'm very impressed with them. So I would say if you're looking for a good yarn to make a top for the spring or the summer, maybe even into the fall, there's some great colors of Wool Pop for that. You could make some terrific accessories with it as well. And look how beautifully it washed. You can't tell which one's been washed. I had to label them. So I knew which was which. It's amazing. So Wool Pop is a great one for baby accessories. It's terrific for adult accessories and garments. So I made one more thing because I had one more skein of it. This is a different colorway. It's the same yarn. And if we look at this one relatively closely, we see that it's more of a gray colorway. And again, the dye was taken up by the fibers a little bit differently, depending on the type of fiber. So you get this fabulous marled appearance. And I used it to make an accessory just to see how the drape would be on something larger. So let me show you what this one originally was. This is the Nauset Beach bandana, which is also in Cozy Coastal Knits. It was originally done in a yarn that can be, according to some folks, a little tough to come by these days. It's called Ravello, and it's from Universal. You can get it on their website, but I was asked recently what could be a good substitute for it. So here is a picture. That is the Nauset Beach bandana knit up in Ravello. If you can't find Ravello though, you can make a really pretty version of it using Wool Pop. It's going to knit up at a little bit bigger gauge, so you will have a slightly larger finished object, but it has nice stitch definition here, and it's a good product. You can't fight that. It just works out really well. So I really am enjoying working with Woolpop, and I really have to recommend it. I think that it's great for its washability, its stitch definition. The hand of it is so soft and supple that it's great for baby garments, and it even comes in some great colors to make stuff that has a more masculine touch to it. And then there's some vibrant colors, like the red is beautiful. So I would definitely suggest the next time you're looking for a project, try picking out a different project from Cozy Coastal Knits and use Woolpop for it. I'm sure you'll be glad you did. I think the next yarn we might talk about will be Uptown Bamboo DK. So we'll talk about that in a couple of weeks. I need to play with it first, but for now, pick up your skein of Woolpop and get to work. Happy knitting!